Welcome back to another video. This is part 3, season finale of our mini series as the Le Potato turns. I was actually doing some videos about Le Potatoes. More and more people are getting them, in case you haven't caught the first two. So I thought I'd, do a little fun thing, make a little mini series about the Le Potato. Instead of smashing all this into one long video that's an hour long, which I'm known for, and trust me, I can't watch them either because they're way too long. So I thought I'd split them up into 3 different things. The first one was, I had a lot of people ask me about just adding Wi-Fi to the Le Potato. The Le Potato does not come with Wi-Fi, so you have to add a dongle to it. Second one, series was starting from a straight out the box, putting an OS on it, and eventually putting Wingbits, tail scale, cron tab, a couple other things on it, and we did that. Now today is part 3, which is we want to dual mine with this. How we're going to multi-mine with it? We're going to put Bit Harvest Studio firmware on this. Let's go. Before we really get started in this video, please just do me a favor and hit that thumbs up button. That little half second it takes for the thumbs up button really helps my channel out, and it gets out information, pushes it out to the YouTube community when they want to know what's going on with Le Potatoes, with Bit Harvest, with Wingbits. And when people start searching that kind of stuff, it pushes these videos out to help those people. So don't thumbs up it or down because of my horrible production value. Hit that thumbs up for me so that you can support this video and support these projects that we're going to discuss. Also, please go and like my Twitter X. I'm really trying to build that up, Grumpy Dad 56. I also have an alternate YouTube page called Grumpy Dad Outdoors. It's something that people requested to kind of show how we do things in South Louisiana. It's been very slow to take off, but I've also been very slow to upload. All my time has been devoted to Wingbits and with these projects and with this YouTube channel and stuff like that. But got some things coming up in the future real soon, some fishing trips and different things like that, that I think I will start uploading more to that channel. So if you can help me out with all that, I really appreciate it. So for those of y'all who might be new, I am the Grumpy Dad. It's just what people call me. It's stuck. I don't know. So I started doing a crypto channel. I've been in crypto since 2016, 2017-ish. And as you can tell how well I've did, I'm out here putting videos out. So as I tell everybody, I'm very real, and I try to do stuff to help the common person out. So you're not going to see all that, as you can tell, not all the fancy production values and everything else like that, until I can get all that eventually set up, which will be one day. But in some of the previous projects, we really started using a lot of these Le Potatoes. Last year when we were doing another project that we don't discuss anymore because it was basically a scam. We couldn't get Raspberry Pis, Pi 4s, anything. Couldn't really get them. And if you could get them, the prices were stupid. Probably double or triple of what they are now. And I got pushed into a Le Potato, and I've been rolling with them ever since. I cannot tell you how many of these I have deployed now. So I have several of them. I wouldn't even want to guess 7, 8, 9, 10 of them deployed out using either Ubuntu OS or now Raspbian OS, as you saw in part 2 video. And some now I have started playing with Bit Harvest Studio. I've been behind Bit Harvest Studio for a while now. Good group of guys. Met them with the previous project, and they've been working on this project that they've been doing for a while now. And basically what it is you can go take your helium device. That's kind of how it started. And you could take your helium device, instead of using this to only mine helium, now you can mine, I want to say it might be 10 to 11 projects now. So it's maximizing your income, passive income at that. So I really pushed them and asked them to try to create one for the Le Potato. And I've helped test it a little bit with them. And seems to work good. We're going to do a download right now and test it out. One thing I will just remind everybody is because there's no helium hat on this, that you cannot multi-mine helium on it. However, you can still multi-mine like 7 or 8 of the other projects they have on here. But you definitely can run Wingbits, and I am also running Wingbits. I like it because with Bit Harvest, you have the kind of the GUI or the desktop that you can look at, whatever you want to call it, the web page that you can look at, and you can see your, go to your TAR 1090 with Wingbits and those dashboards instead of having to worry about, SSHing into it or trying to put the ports in and different things like that in the Web Explorer. This dashboard has all your projects on it. You just click which one you want to check in, and it checks on and it pulls it up for you. So I like Bit Harvest. They're still growing, and there's still bugs here and there. I won't lie to you, but that's with any project that's starting off. There's a new version that's always seems to be coming out. That new version's always got new features, new projects in it, but you can go to Bit Harvest and check that out. All right, so first thing you do is go check out bitharvest.studio. That's the website. You come across the website, there's a couple of different options on here, but basically we want to go to Luna Unity, and you'll be able to see all the different projects that they have. And this is where the firmware is. Going to Luna price schedule will tell you where some of the projects are also. 1 to 5 devices is $20 for a one-time only cost. That's it. One time only, $20. You get a lifetime of updates, and you'll be able to do these projects. Now, again, today's example, we're using a La Potato, so we will not be able to do helium. We will not be able to do things 1X. You can do the CureCoin, which CureCoin only goes into a pool. It's completely donated, just your way of kind of helping out. We're not going to be profiting really anything off that, but I have CureCoin set up on every one of my devices. You can see those videos that I made back then, but CureCoin just basically goes to a good cause to help, researchers on different diseases. Parkinson's is a real big one for me because I had a family that was stricken with it, and everybody's familiar with like Michael J. Fox and stuff like that, who has Parkinson's, and you can put CureCoin to go towards Parkinson's research, and that can go towards it. Pi-Fi, if y'all are familiar with that, you have some Dogtail remote, which is their version of remote setup or remote support, but that's for $20. What I'm doing on mine is for an additional $16 a year. So it's a little more than $1 a month, not even $2 a month. You also get additional projects. Now, I will say there are even more projects with this. I guess there's just so many coming on. Whoever's updating the website hasn't really updated it yet, but there are more projects than this. They're also coming out with a version of their own type of miner. They have their own token, Bit Harvest Studio token, and I own a decent amount of it. I'm not going to lie. I paid for it. There were some airdrops in the beginning, but I purchased a lot more, and I have it in the pool. I have a pool with a Jupe pool. I also have one with a IoT pool from Helium. So I have the BHST and the IoT. You can use that Bit Harvest token to purchase your license. So again, for your additional $20 a year, you get to do these. An extra $16 a year, you get to do these also projects. There are some fleet dashboards coming and different things like that. But you can find out more about them also in their Discord and on this website. So for those who haven't seen, when you take this La Potato out, it is in this case. It's a hard case, plastic case. You got a little piece of foam on top of it, which exposes this. And you can take the La Potato out, which leaves it like this. Normally you don't want to go touch all over the board and stuff, but I am making a video for y'all. But you don't want any kind of static electricity coming from you into the board. So nobody make no stupid comments in the comment section. I understand. This ain't my first rodeo. So with this kit that I get from Amazon, I also purchased the, I guess it's Cana kit, which is the power supply that is sold alongside, at least on Amazon, it's sold on alongside of it. So it does have the connector, and then it's the correct voltage, 5 volts, 2.5 amps. This will have no problem running a SDR into the Pi, or the potato, I'm sorry. Now I do use a USB strain relief. I call it strain relief with, usually a 1 foot or 6-inch fucking fondant extension, just because I have had these break off into them. But my point I'm getting at is 2.5 amps is plenty enough. It controls both of these, powers both of these, and I've never had an issue. I also have the case that they also get alongside of it. One thing that I do kind of alter is, and this, somebody brought this up in, I'm not gonna lie, I stole this idea from them, is these vent holes really ain't the biggest thing in the world for this little bitty fan. The little bitty fan does connect to the potato through the wire. It does get hot out here. It's 100 degrees right now, and it gets very warm. Knock on wood, I've never had one of these fail with the heat or anything, but I don't care for how small these holes are, so I will take a Dremel or some type of, but you have to watch, you just can't go cut away from it, because you do need to have, there's little tabs in here. It's hard to see, but there's little tabs in here that this fan can, kind of attaches to. So you have to watch, but I do open up some of these holes in here with a little drill or something, just to try to give it a little more flow. Because to me, all this fan's doing is blow it against plastic. Those holes ain't big enough to do hardly anything. But again, knock on wood, I've never had issues. So what we're doing now, we are taking our SD card out of our writer. One thing I want to tell everybody is, this on the Libre potato, when you put in your card in, it does click. I know you can't hear that. You might be able to hear it. But when you pull on this, it should not come out. If it's sticking out and you can pull on it, it's not locked in. There is a lot. This isn't like a Pi where you just push it in. You push it in and it clicks and it's locked. All right, don't adjust your sets. I'm filming this on a different day because there was a little bit of an update to Bit Harvest and how to download this for the Libre potatoes. So to give you the freshest content, I wanted to change this up a little bit. So you're going to see the video kind of go back and forth with what I'm wearing. No, I'm not changing in between takes or anything like that, but I wanted to do this up, the most updated as of today, which is June 28th. It could change again, who knows? But one thing that I have found with the Bit Harvest firmware download is, it pains me to do it, but I have to use Edge. For some reason, Chrome, with the security it has and stuff, will not download this file. They say it's because if they had to do it so that Chrome could download it, it would take even longer to download. I don't know. That's just what they say. So while we're on Edge, we're going up here to Luna. And we're clicking Luna Unity. Coming down saying, yes, we know our device is ready. And we're going to come right here to the Libre computer, Libre potato, AML, whatever. And we're going to click this. This will now start. It'll ask us, do we really want to download? Are you sure you want to keep it? We're clicking yes, and we're downloading this. All right, next you're going to open up Balena Etcher. I open it up as administrator, run as administrator. I find that it runs way easier, way smoother, less errors, whatever you want to call it. I also have an SD card. I use some of the high endurance card from like SanDisk or something. There's some other ones that are out there too that I have also linked in my description that I have no problems with at all, that I'll also use. So you're going to click flash from file, and you can't see it on here, but mine pops up as BHS Unity Alpha Libre potato for GA release with the date 2024 of June 23rd. I'm clicking that. You see it now show up here. Selecting the target, you can see that my SD cards right here, and then I'm clicking flash. Once I click flash, I'm gonna let this run. All right, so this is why I work out this kind of stuff before I just do it fresh on video for y'all. So when we were testing this out, they gave me kind of a heads up that this one's a little bit different than their current firmware. Their current firmware for the other devices, you stick the card in, you power it up, boom, you get a dashboard, and you're ready to go. But the Libre is a little bit different from that, and this happened during our beta testing, and also it happened to me just now. You put your SD card in, you power it up, and you let it sit for about 5 minutes. And you'll even see the Ethernet light will work a little bit, and then it goes out. I gave it 5 minutes. I was doing some other things on the computer. I then power cycled it. I'll let it wait for about 2 or 3 minutes. I tried getting into it. I couldn't get into it, but I did see an IP, though, on my IP table. So I knew it was getting somewhere. Again, waited about 5 minutes total. Rebooted it, and now that I rebooted it, I put my IP in. Remember, you have to put HTTPS : / first before the local IP, and here we go. So we have the desktop, and put the default pin in of 1234, and it shows you device ID on the top. I can onboard it now, and now my Libre is functioning. Now, one thing, some people might want to knock it because it's not Raspberry Pi. I'm gonna tell you, these Libre have only 2 gigs of DDR3 RAM, but they handle it. You know, I had another one that I was testing out during the beta testing, and it works. It handles all these projects. It doesn't handle Helium, of course, because there's not a Helium hat on top of it. So if you don't have a Helium radio, it's not going to work on Helium. So next thing we got to do is we have to onboard this. So we're agreeing to all this stuff, and we're going to onboard. And it's going to ask you for your time zone, and I'm putting my time zone in. My region plan is US 915. I have no multiplexer. And what's my make and model? It is the Libre that's down here. And I'm onboarding my device. And I'm just going to let this run. Okay, so on the bottom of the screen, you can see I have all the check marks here. Everything was good. And then device onboarding is completed. I'm now going to Luna Unity licensing. It's telling me it's unlicensed. Yep, because I haven't paid for a license yet on this device yet. So I can, if I already had a license, I can retrieve it. And I don't think my license I had on my beta tester one is going to work on this one. So you basically have either the lifetime version or the annual premium license version. To me, for those who are trying this, for the little bit more money that the premium costs, I think it's an additional $15 or $18, $20. We just looked at it in this video earlier. To me, it's kind of worth it because, you know, any of these programs, any additional programs or anything, you're getting all these programs here. And in addition, you're getting these. It's basically everything. You'll have everything. And anything that they add in the future, you're going to have also. This is my Solana wallet that I keep just for video purposes and stuff. So just to support the project and everything like that, I'm going to take my Solana right here and I'm going to convert it to Bit Harvest Studio token. So select my token and this don't want to work. All right. So Phantom wants to have issues right now. So what we're going to do is we're going to use Solana because I got the Solana there. So I'm going to pick base premium, even though I think this is as bad as live. I'm going to pick Solana. And I need my device ID. So I'm going to go back. If you just left click this one time up here, your device ID is going to show up. And I'm going to paste this. And it's going to say proceed. So I have my wallet address up here that's already attached. And I'm going to pay. And do I agree to everything? Yeah, I'm not exporting anything. And I'm agree and proceed. So I'm clicking proceed anyway. And They're gonna ask again. Again, this is all I got in that wallet. I'm not worried about it. This is not my main wallet, so I don't play with this wallet. This is just what I use for everybody to see on video. So, confirm. I understand. Confirm. We'll see what happens. Now I'm pressing retrieve my license seat right here. Well, guys, we'll blame this one on Solana and Phantom. What's new? And I really don't blame Phantom. It seems to be Solana. But for some reason, Phantom will not let my Solana go through or exchange for Bit Harvest Studio token. Either way, I have plenty of videos up. If you search my videos on setting up a Bit Harvest Studio device, basically it's the same. This is one of my other devices that I'm running, and you can see at a glance up here shows you easily what projects I am running here. I am running Wingbits. I am running Heliums. This is a sense cap, which I still believe and argue that was one of the best and most stable devices you can go to if you want to, you know, say this was a new device that with nothing on it, like the video I was attempting to make. If you go to configure, you can then pick out of here what device, what projects you want to add, which ones you want to go with. Grass, and you go to grass, it then asks you for your email, password, and you hit deploy, and it'll set it all up for you. If you want to, do honey gain, same thing. You add your email, password, hit deploy. It all is to it. Once these have been installed, it takes a couple of minutes for each thing. You can then come here and you want to see this is what I like about this project is it's a simple dashboard, all your devices. You don't have to go into any kind of different devices or anything like that. It's all these projects are on one dashboard. I can come here to go to Wingbits. I can click TAR 1090 and it's going to pull up what my TAR 1090 screen is. Boom. Close it back out. If I want to go into the dashboard, I can go to dashboard. If I got to change gain or anything like that. Same thing with Helium. I can click on Helium. It shows me the name of my device. It quickly can show me without even having to go into an Explorer. It can show me what my witnesses are, my beacons, what beacons I sent. Hey, it even tells me when my next beacon will be. If I click on this, it will go to Moken, which is the Explorer I use already. And I can go to Moken's Explorer and see where, my device, basically same thing that you have if you go to Moken on your own. So that kind of breaks down what options you have with Bit Harvest. You have options if you want to need to reset, if you need to reboot anything, the Dogtail net, which is their remote. And I like that because if I can't get to it, I can have them get into it, which I've had to use more than once. I have remote management for tail scale. You click on this, you can enter a tail scale key. I use tail scale on all my devices. You go to LoRaWAN if you need to restart LoRaWAN for some reason with Helium. Your license, your network connection, basically everything else like that. So you get this cool, I call it the GUI, but a dashboard also tells you, how long it's been up for, how much RAM you're using, your CPU usage, your system temperature, which has been a steady 50 degrees Celsius, which is kind of quite surprising that it's 99 degrees with the heat index right now. So that's basically it for the La Potato for Bit Harvest. One of the new things I was introduced to is Bit Harvest now. I'm sorry. One of the things I was introduced to was that the Libre has come out with the sweet potato. I don't know how some of y'all feel about yams or sweet potatoes, but this is the sweet potato. And of course, the green screen doesn't want to cooperate. But basically, it's the same thing, other than it's version 2. It has the same number on the front, S905X-CC. And it does have a cute little heat sink on it. some of the pros with this is this has Wi-Fi built in. The Le Potato that we've been using to this point, we had to use our own Wi-Fi dongles that we would buy for an additional $9 or $10 from Amazon to plug into the Le Potatoes. This now has it on board. What I can't believe is on Amazon, the sweet potato is the same price as the Le Potato. I don't know why you would buy a Le Potato at this point. I am going to put an OS on this real quick. I'm going to do a separate video on it just to see if it is a little bit different. But since we're doing a video with Bit Harvest, the Bit Harvest guys are telling me that the and to be honest, they're the ones who told me first about the sweet potato to check it out. But they said that the sweet potato ran their firmware a little bit more stable than what the Le Potato did. So I don't know really what the difference is with that, but I know that the sweet potato also has 4 gigs of RAM. I know that the sweet potato is running DDR4 RAM, even though they're both 2 gigabytes, where the Le Potato is only running DDR3 RAM. So I know they changed some things with audio headers a little bit. There is a PoE header that's on here. I'm just looking at the back of the box to see what the difference is. One thing that I wish they could have probably improved on was this still only has a 100 meg port, which the other one does also. These days and times, what's so wrong with putting a 1 gig port? But yet Sony TVs, I just bought a top of the line. They call it the King of Kings Sony TV for my house not too long ago, and that thing was almost $4,000, and it comes with a 100 gig port. Sony's idiots. I can't believe that. But however, I'm gonna tell you that's the only knock on that TV. That TV is the greatest TV. If you read what you can about those, it beat every TV in blind test ever. But this isn't about TVs. So, you know, this you can read the difference. You can go online and read the difference between the Le Potato and the sweet potato. But from now on, especially the same price, I do have a link in my description for the sweet potato, but I will be purchasing sweet potatoes. And if y'all new to this, to me, I have several Le Potatoes deployed everywhere. I have host stations for Wingbits all across the country, possibly across the ocean soon. I'm working something out with somebody. And they're all sweet potatoes, but now they'll be they're all Le Potatoes. And those are all Le Potatoes, but from now on, they'll be sweet potatoes. So I just got this in from Amazon today, and I will be putting it together as soon as this video is over with to see what the difference is. So make sure y'all check out Bit Harvest. Sorry, there's a little hiccups. I just wanted to get this video out because it was supposed to go along with the part 3 series of the Le Potatoes as the world turns, and we're going on a week now, and I didn't want to have to delay this anymore. I'd like to get the series over with so I could move on to other projects and other things like that. And I wasn't going to let Solana, which has nothing to do with the Bit Harvest people at all. I've been trying to even play with Phantom on my phone while I'm messing with this, and that's giving me issues. So it has nothing to do with Bit Harvest. It has nothing to do with Chrome or anything like that. It is strictly Solana as usual. You know, all these meme coins people are making 10,000 memes a day or 1,000 memes a day or whatever they are. So thank you all for watching this video. If y'all need anything, my email is in the contact below. Please make sure you thumbs up this video for me. Please make sure you subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, please check out my other channel, The Grumpy Dad Outdoors, trying to add some stuff. Please make sure you like the Grumpy Dad 56 on Twitter, X. I try to upload as much stuff and try to spread the word on that also. Please also check out our new Facebook group. We have the Facebook group called Wingbits Unofficial because we're not technically affiliated with Wingbits, but we're there helping people out also. Some people don't want to be on Discord. So thank you all for everything. See y'all in the next video.